Well, getting to one thing though that I want to. So there's something that you guys aren't saying, which is one of the reasons you all have a lot of followers is because you're all funny. Yeah, you are funny. I looked at your tweets and like you're all funny. So somebody, who's like just starting out might be like, well, like I'm not naturally, I'm not as like. So I do think that part of the reason a lot of people get followed on Twitter is because they're funny or they're irreverent, and so I'm wondering for like an average person, you can't just say learn to be funny. Like, is there a way to create a dynamic Twitter personality that attracts people if you aren't naturally inclined as a writer?
Just be really mean.
That's one strategy.
Twitter fights.
Yeah.
Also, so Gawker.
Troll celebrities until they respond to you. If Rihanna responds to you, you're going to get
all the Navy.
Yeah, 5,000.
Yeah,
5,000.
These are things not to do. Just in case anyone's actually.
Troll Rihanna. That's my one.
Sort of writing down kind of.
Yeah, but like how can you got to show your personality, right? That's you said. Like you can't just. It's human. You want to show that you're human and that you have a tone.
Well, then I would definitely say that do something servicey.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a great advice.
Even if it's something as like simple as Dory, who works at BuzzFeed, she has this thing. It's called it's like weather report, and it's always in terms of what she's wearing. Like it's like bare legs, but it's kind of dicey, so you want a cardigan, and I love that. I think that's really handy.
That's so great. If somebody went to the timing cafeteria every day and told me what was the best, I would follow them in.
This is what I
person.
What happens if they start? They should start a feed, timing cafeteria.
Timing cafeteria feeds. Everyone's like.
That could get some followers.
Yeah.
I think listen, humor is very important. It helps because the medium is so short. It's 140 characters. That if you can be pithy, you can really. You can get a lot of stuff that jumps. That said, I think everybody else is saying, if you push out good content, whether you are the most sober human being on earth, you are still going to be respected for that good content. So not everybody's Chris Rock. You may be.
Well, I was thinking.
The point is, just push out good content, and nobody's expecting you to be, selling out tickets at Caroline.
So one thing I was thinking when you mentioned the timing cafeteria thing, what if you just tweet things in the timing cafeteria and then suddenly it's all like LaRoucheite propaganda? Because then you kind of you've.
It hasn't happened, but I actually think a Twitter feed on the Time Inc. elevator until someone was caught would totally crush.
Another thing is you can start off with a more servicey angle and then start kind of infusing it with your personality or stories or observed phenomena.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can't fetishize it. It's 140 characters. Nobody actually gives a shit. Just put stuff out there and just if you want to change direction, then do.
Hello.
Nobody cares. People will. It's just like little minnows. It's just people will follow you and then they will leave you and then they will follow you. It's fine. Never get caught up in what your follower count is. It doesn't really matter. Definitely don't subscribe to those things that tell you who left. Because
don't.
Why would you do that? Yeah, it's
terrible.
It's so frowny face. You're like, I had 8. It's just forget it.
But I would say that's all. I think very smart advice. You do have to remember, though, it is a public microphone, and it is part of your social CV. Somebody once gave me a great piece of Twitter advice. They call Twitter a loaded gun. So seriously, it is. It's a very powerful piece of equipment, especially if you work in the media. So while I agree that ultimately it's, we're not talking about French politics here. That said, it really is who you are in the social media space. So you should always sort of realize that even if you have 3 followers, let's say, you have no idea where that tweet ultimately will end up. So always think about what you're going to say and who you're going to say it to before you tweet.
And deleted tweets can be...
screen grab.
The screen grab, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, don't be vile and racist, but
For sure.
being one flavor funny and then being another flavor funny, it's nobody cares.